Today on Trendy vs. Traditional, we'll be making two different versions of the same dish.
For this specific episode, we are going to be making chocolate chip cookies. Arguably the greatest treat that's ever existed.
It is never not a good time to have a chocolate chip cookie.
And you're going to be making a trendy chocolate chip cookie.
Whatever that means.
Stay tuned.
Good luck.
You're up first, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, should I go now?
Yes, you can go now.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're actually making chocolate chip cookie shot glasses, or just chocolate chip cookie cups. I got the idea from Chef Dominique Ansel, who actually created this recipe.
I think my role in this show is to just be boring, but good. That's what I'm gonna try and aim for with these chocolate chip cookies. And we're gonna try and hit a really nice, pun intended, sweet spot, not too chewy, not too cakey, not too crispy.
I have my ingredients out. I have my butter, eggs, flour, brown sugar, white sugar, vanilla, and a lot of chocolate. So I would say in terms of ingredients, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Baking is a little trickier for me because you have to be a little more precise with your ingredients. To me, I always think of baking as more of a science, but it's gonna be pretty simple. We're gonna have dry ingredients and wet ingredients into the oven, cookie time.
Okay, let's do this. This butter has been sitting at room temperature. Just diced it up. I'm just gonna smoosh this a little bit. Oh yeah, that's what you want. You see that? Now that's satisfying. Now that this is super soft, we're gonna add in the white sugar, and then we have the brown sugar, also tossing that in. Now we're just gonna cream this together. It would have been a lot easier if I was doing this on a stand mixer. Sometimes when you work harder, the cookie also tastes better. Sweat and tears.
Everyone, you have my word that at some point during this recipe, I will get flour all over my tropical shirt. So we're doing 2 1/4 cup of flour to start. So I'm gonna be a nice boy and measure out, not my floral shirt, but very close. The flour was warning me, do not mess around.
Okay, it's looking a little bit fluffier. That's a good sign. I think that that's well incorporated. Now that the butter and sugar is done, we're gonna add in the eggs. I'm gonna take that out. Boom, 2 eggs.
Cup number 2. Oh boy. All right, so that's 2 1/4. Enough goofing off. Baking soda scares me because I only associate baking soda with the science project that everyone made where you pour it into a volcano, and the idea of putting that into a recipe always, it doesn't sit well with me.
I'm gonna add a splash of vanilla to it. Just a little bit. Give that a gentle whisk. And then we're just gonna put this in there.
I think salt, we're gonna take a little bit of a creative liberty. Ooh, we'll do more than 3.
So now that we have our wet ingredients pretty much ready to go, we're just gonna add the dry ingredients. So I have flour here, baking soda, and a bit of salt. Baking soda, just a generous sprinkle.
We're gonna take it up a notch. It's gonna get a little more exciting. We're gonna involve some heavy machinery. Basically what we're doing is we're gonna put butter, sugar, and eggs into this stand mixer and swirl it all together.
So now that we have the dry ingredients, we're going to sift it. We just want to stir it enough for it to combine with the wet ingredients. If you mix it too much, it's actually going to become too tough. There's nothing wrong with being a tough cookie, but I like mine softer and chewier.
We are going to go very aggressive with the butter. Butter and salt, where is this gonna go wrong? It's not. Those are 2 things that make everything better. Stick and a half. We're gonna heat it up a little bit in the microwave. When you do that, it's important to let the butter then cool back down a little bit. You don't want scrambled egg cookies.
That's looking pretty good. I know there's still some flour on the surface here, but we still have to toss in the chocolate.
So we have a stick and a half of butter. That's going into our stand mixer. I am so bad at measuring. Do you see this? 2/3 of a cup of white granulated sugar. Fractions are tough, guys. Oh boy, little spillage. These are gonna be sweet.
I'm actually gonna cut up these chocolate chunks. They're both just semi-sweet. Here we go. There's really no reason why you shouldn't use chocolate chips. I just like it when it's like chocolate chunks or chocolate shavings. It's just more fun.
Let's give it a whirl. Hey. She's a wild one.
Here are our chocolate pieces. We're gonna toss that right in. Boom, chocolate explosion.
Hello. We found a smaller piece, so now the robotic uprising has been quelled. That looks like it's supposed to. I'll talk into the microphone so you can hear me over the machine. Now we're gonna let this run for a couple minutes. You want the butter and sugar to get nice and creamy.
I love how this looks. It's almost turned the part of the dough into chocolate, which is great because more chocolate. Love that. I'm actually gonna let it rest for an hour, let it chill in the fridge. Then we're gonna take it out, roll it out, and then we can take it from there.
Now we're gonna put our eggs in. 1 egg, give it a whisk. 2nd egg. A little of this goes a long way. God, vanilla smells so good. I'm a big vanilla boy. I've already made it farther in this recipe than I thought I would. It looks like cookie dough. So these are gonna turn into cookies. Here we go. Rest of the dry ingredients.
So this has been chilling in the fridge for an hour. So the idea is to mold this a little bit and then roll it out into a sheet so then we can cut out rectangular pieces, which will then put the pieces into this mold. Supposed to roll this out into like 1.5 inch thickness. I'm using every single fiber of my being and muscle. Just cut this open. It's a little easier to work with. Set that aside. So I don't want my cookie cups to be too thick, but I don't want them to be too thin either. So they're actually like pretty big cookie pieces if you're just looking at this.
Last but not least, I think I do this every episode, whatever my most crucial tool / ingredient is, I display it like a fine bottle of wine. Semi-sweet morsels. I hate the word morsels. It makes it sound like I'm an old witch. Dump all feels like so much. And then we're not even gonna turn on the mixer. We're just gonna like combine.
Okay, so now I have our 6 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the mold. I actually think I'm gonna form little balls to put on the end and then squishing them down like that. Should I just fold it in? I'm just gonna put it in. You guys didn't do this right, but it's okay. It's okay. We see a lot of extra bits right now, extra cookie dough. We can always just trim that off. We got this. Sort of do that. That's sort of what our first one looks like.
I love cookie dough so much. It's like, it's almost as good as cookies. And this is gonna be a pretty good indication of where we're gonna end up. Here's to salmonella. Oh, I'm not like proud of myself. It's butter, sugar, and chocolate.
This kind of feels like when you're playing with Play-Doh. You know, you're just shaping it into whatever you want to do with it. Now we just have these little molds that we're actually going to push into this cookie dough so that it can keep its shape. Slide that in. Last one, gently hammering this in. Boom! We're going to pop this in the oven now. Hopefully when we pull it out, it's actually gonna look like cups.
I don't know how, I think these cookies should be pretty big. We're gonna, God, I think that looks okay, right? That's gonna be is that too much? I don't wanna take this out of the oven and it's like one sheet cookie.
The cookie shots are out. They don't look exactly identical, but you can see that they are cup shapes. I've never done this before, so I'm just glad that it looks like a cup shape.
I'm pretty pleased with how these look. If you asked me to draw a picture of a chocolate chip cookie, this is pretty close.
I'm just gonna coat the insides with chocolate because, again, extra chocolate is always great, but also it helps the milk from kind of soaking too much into the cookie and making it overly soggy.
3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
Whoa! That looks awesome.
Thank you, thank
Does
you.
the milk go in that, I'm assuming?
Yes, it does. I like resin. That looks good. Our judge today is the cookie master, Elvin. He has been doing a lot of videos on cookies, so there's really no better person than to critique.
Does it say cookie master on his LinkedIn page?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
What do we have here?
Welcome to the Cookie Dome.
This is really interesting.
This is a chocolate-covered chocolate chip cookie shot glass with vanilla milk because that's what.
Well, you have vanilla milk?
Yeah, it's vanilla milk.
Oh my.
I didn't explain that, but yes, there is vanilla in here. I had to. I'm just trying to do what the OG person did. That's what Chef Dominique did.
Are you comforting me already?
I'm very excited to eat your cookie, Chris.
It's fine, it's okay. This is a chocolate chip cookie, and that's all I have to say.
All right, here we go.
Starting in traditional land.
This is like a very solid chocolate chip cookie.
I like that noise. That's a good noise.
It's chewy. I like the salt. Did you put salt on it?
I did put salt on it.
High five.
There we
I knew
go.
it. I knew
Salt is
salt was
good.
gonna give you bonus points.
Have this one. It's a great solid cookie. I'm gonna try the trendy one now because it looks really cool. Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
Wow, so it's like you can drink your milk, but then you can eat the glass too.
Yes.
Trendy. All right, here we go. Oh, I smell the vanilla. Mmm. Oh, it's so fun. Now you get to take a shot and you get a.
We don't get points for fun, right?
But you got an and this is fun. I
okay.
maxed out at so I'm sweating
This
a
is
little
so
bit.
cool. I have my decision. So from a flavor point of view, I think both of yours are great. Out of 5 points, I give you a 4. And out of 5 points, I also give you a 4. Because
Okay.
they're both different. I think they're really cool. From a presentation point of view, yours is like, when you come home, you're comforting, your mom sets the plate down, you're like, yes, thanks, Mom. I also give you a 4. From your point of view, I think this is a cool, trendy way to present a cookie. You're gonna get a 5. So, my favorite, I think the winner will be the trendy cookie. As someone who loves cookies as much as anybody else, I think the texture, the presentation, vanilla milk just knocked it out of the park.
The vanilla
You did.
milk.
You did it.
I
That
wasn't
is.
even based on the cookie.
I had regular milk.
Congratulations, Inka,
Thank
to the
you.
winner. And I'm gonna go eat some more
Thank
cookies.
you, thank you, thank you.
Cheers,
Cheers.
to a cookie battle. The vanilla milk. So this episode is done. Trendy takes this battle. Let us know in the comments which type of food we should pit against each other next.
And see you guys next week.